Hello, dear friends. How are you doing? Good morning, afternoon. Okay, it's noon. Happy noon time. How are you doing? I'll wait for a little while until more people come on. We're going to be talking about um, how to select the stitches that you need for warm stuff. So, like hats and sweaters and jackets and gloves and um, leg warmers and stuff like that. So, I'll wait for a little while, see who else comes in. Let's see where Anna is. She's usually around here at this time. So, you can't see me? Can you see me? Yeah, I think you can see me. There's some people there. Let's see. Lonely. Yes. Okay. So, okay, how many people? I don't see anyone here. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Anyone, please tell me if they can see me or hear me. Okay. No response. Can you hear me? Ah, there you are. Okay. Thank you, Kenya. Okay. I was calling Anna because nobody was coming in. Okay. Kenya. Kenya Cruz. All right. Thank you very much. Hi, Marilyn. How are you? All right. Yeah, I was wondering because it's it's probably because people are doing stuff. Okay. So yeah, okay, Yana. How are you? Hi, Carla. How are you doing? I know there's 16 people, but there were 8 people, and I was waiting and waiting and waiting, and nobody was saying anything. And I didn't know whether they could hear me because it has happened before that here I am talking my heart out and they can't hear me. Anyway, it's a good thing. Yes, we usually have seas of tasks. Hi, Elise. How are you? How are you doing? It's okay. We missed you, Tooth Fairy. We really missed you and Elise. How are you? Okay, so since we already have a few people here, I'm going to be talking about because we have talked a lot about lace stitches, and okay, I'm still making videos on lace stitches, and I was going to call this because it looks like a cockroach, doesn't it? Look at it, it looks like cockroaches. So I was going to call it La Cucaracha. So, but I don't think it brings a very comfortable image. So I think I'm going to call it beetles. So anyway, sometimes I look at my stitches because I learned them from a place or a book that does not have a name to the stitch. And so I have to ask Anna, what does it look like? And this time I didn't ask her, and they did look like cucaracha. So anyway, look at it, doesn't it? See, they look like cockroaches. See them? So anyway, I'm going to call them beetles. They don't. It doesn't sound as bad. Uh, yes, we are doing. Yes, Priscilla, thank you. Okay, so when you want to make something warm, and this is for our friends that live where it's very cold. And I know like Elise and Tooth Fairy and a lot of uh, what is it? Grunkler Tooth. ¿Qué es eso? What is that? I don't know. Anyway, um, you people need to start knitting your winter stuff because it takes longer to knit. It takes more yarn, it takes longer, and I will explain. If you're making something with garter stitch, like this hat, or anything with garter stitch, you know that garter stitch shrinks. That means that the stitch itself has two rows, one going and one coming back. The two rows are knitted. But see, if I pull at the stitch, this is the way it looks. But when I don't pull at it, that is the way it looks. So that means that it takes longer to knit and it takes more yarn. So, but this is one of the warmest stitches you can use for anything. And I sent Anna sweaters a sweater that was made with garter stitch. Hi, Rebecca. So, Elise, how nice of that your niece. All right. Okay. So this is a cowl that I made, and I also made a hat. So this cowl can be a hat or it can be a cowl, and so you can wear it as a cowl. See, or you can wear it as a hat. So you put it up on your head. Anyway, this is very warm because it looks like so, but it is, if I pull at the stitch, you have 4 straight stitches here, and then you have 4 reverse stitches, straight stitches here, and they alternate. But when you let them go, when you're not pulling at them, they become like an accordion. See? So what you're looking at it is the reverse straight stitch. So of course it's going to take a lot of yarn to have this width because the other part is going toward the inside. And since it's going toward the inside, it makes it a double thickness, which is very nice when it's cold. So this is, I sent Anna a baby sweater that is made with this stitch. And I also sent you, Anna, a baby sweater that is made with the garter stitch. Now, for example, of course, we got a knit crate yarn, and they have inspiration stuff, but this is very summery still. See, this, of course, is summer and it's air conditioned. See, so these are very good for summer, but we're talking about winter now. Please get yourself warm because the change of weather, the change of climate is getting worse and worse every year, and we need to protect ourselves. And if you're going to buy yarn to make something for winter, please buy more than enough because if you're going to make a sweater, well, and you have yarn left over, you can still make the hat or the gloves or the scarf to go with it. But please buy enough yarn so you can make thick sweaters. Now there are some very pretty stitches. See, this also the swirly cap. See, this is also one that is very warm because when you wear it, it goes like so. See? And so the inside goes, overlaps, it goes like so. Anyway, this is another stitch that is the Trinity stitch. The Trinity stitch is a very nice stitch that is thick because your every stitch your knit purl knit, and then you do three together, and so it makes it kind of combed together like so, and it's a very warm stitch, so you might want to consider that, maybe not for a sweater because it's so fattening, but maybe for a cap or for pillows or for a baby blanket or something like that. I made this tweed stitch that is also warm because you have the yarn that you pass through the back. See how pretty that is? And it's not like the fabric is so thick, but every time you pass yarn through the back, it makes it thicker. So this is a stitch I made. I think I have shown you this sweater before. And this is also the three yarns. Let me show you this. See, this is a sweater that I made a long, long time ago. And so this is also the tweed stitch. Let me see if you can see the yarns there. So I have a brown yarn that's acrylic, and then I have a ribbon, which is the reddish brown, and then I have a mohair, which is the one that has all the prickly whites, that one there. So when you put yarn together, you need to make sure that you can wash it properly according to the yarn that is the finest. In this case, the finest is the mohair. So the ribbon is acrylic. The brown is also acrylic. So those can be washed very easily with whichever method, but you follow the instructions on the one like the mohair there. So this is also very warm because the stitch is closed. See, look at the inside. So on the inside you can see how the yarn has been passed, and that makes it a little bit of a thickness. So these are very interesting stitches. I will be making some because it is time to start thinking about winter. Since all winter stuff takes longer to make, it would be a good idea that we start now because yeah, I do believe we're going to have uh, very hot summer days and very cold days. So thank you so much for listening. I'm like the white and navy blue yarn. Yes, yeah, the Priscilla, the nautical stuff, right? I left it. I left everything with Anna. She liked it. Thank you, Alex. From Alex from where are you from? Yours. Thank you very much, Elise. What is it? On shore borders, yes. Well, on shore borders, I like to make like maybe a fancy kind of edge, especially if I am making the border together with the rest of the shawl, which means I am not doing it around after I knit the shawl. So if I am doing the border together with the shawl, I'd rather have something very fancy instead of like maybe 4 stitches of seed stitch or 4 stitches of border stitch. So I really like to put some like yarn over, like knit one, yarn over, knit it together, knit one, yarn over, knit it together. If you do that at the beginning and at the end of each row, then you have a very pretty border. You have like something fancier, and it makes a lot of difference. It really does. When you do just border stitch, it looks a little bit more common. But or seed stitch has a very nice look, much nicer than border. But the last name is Australian from, yeah, it sounds like French, Australian, German, because there's a lot, you can pronounce it in different ways. Anyway, Diana Teo. Hi. From Singapore? Oh, right. Every time. What is my favorite yarn to knit with? I like merino wool. Let me tell you why. The merino wool comes from sheep that were originally from Spain and Portugal. And then they took those sheep and took them to Australia. I don't know how or why, but they took them there and they breed them. So, and what happens with that kind of yarn is that it's very soft and it doesn't sting, it doesn't itch. And it's very funny with wool. It's very strange thing. If it's cold, wool does not itch, but it needs to be cold for wool for not itch. And sometimes you want to wear something nice and it will itch because it's not cold enough. But I do not like mohair. I used to use it a lot, but it itches. What I like instead of mohair is alpaca. Alpaca is a very nice wool and it's very soft and it doesn't itch. But I like merino wool or a combination. I also like a combination of cotton and bamboo, or cotton and silk, or silk and bamboo. That kind of natural, or linen and bamboo. That kind of natural fibers. And it is very nice. It is very nice to wear. Okay, knitting book. Diana. Anna has told me to write an ebook. And maybe she is the one that is going to have to do it because Now she knows enough about knitting to put something like that together. I am the one in charge of coming up with the stitches and knitting them and writing the instructions and making the video and upload it to the computer and send it to the cloud. And she is the one in charge of editing everything. Oops. Editing the stuff and then putting in Pinterest and YouTube and Facebook and all that kind of thing. So anyway, maybe she will be interested in making an ebook, which is very, ebooks are very nice to have because they're cheaper and they're always at hand. You can have it in your tablet anytime you wish. But yeah, Anna, listen to what listen to what they're saying. Who was it, Elise? Who said? See, Diana. See, Diana says that we need to publish a book. The merino wool is, yes, Alex. Yeah, I like merino wool. Love actually see how you stitch and pattern. Yeah, you are sweet. Thank you to Fairy that we're doing. Okay, Priscilla, what is it? What, Diana? What? Okay, 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 okay. Let's publish a book. So let's start making a list of content, and we have to start from the beginning because everybody wants to learn from the beginning, the basic stitches and all that, and that part is very boring in every book unless we make a book for people that already know all those things and that don't need to learn them. That, like stitches that you can start, that you do not need to show them how to cast on and knit the first row. That's what I mean. Once you have your stitches on your needle, then row number one and start doing it, because like that it just takes a lot of time to start from the beginning, a video or a book. Okay, what is it? So how to make cast-ons are needed. You think so? A start to finish sweater or vest. Look, let me tell you that a lot of people were vests were worn in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s, and then people decided they didn't like vests anymore, so they went out of style and away, and now they are coming back. There are beautiful vests. You can make it, even if they're not all that popular, make them popular. Start wearing them because they are very nice to have under a suit. So I like to wear very pretty suits that are very tailored, but sometimes I get very cold in my back and my chest. So wear a vest under your suit. That's what men used to do under their suits when it was cold. They would wear a vest under their suits. It's very elegant. It's very classy, and it just makes sense. Okay, vest and wear over button-up shirts. Yes, something when you have something like this and put a vest over it, and it makes sense because it just keeps your back warm. Yes, Alex. I like, but even for children, remember that children used to wear vests over their shirts to go to school, and they were usually like navy blue, or or what, dark gray, something like that. But navy blue was the color that I remember children to wear as vests, boys. But I think, I remember classy vests that women would wear. Usually they are like round neck, but mostly they're V-neck, and then with the buttons in front. Some people do not wear buttons in front. Do you remember something called? And my mother used to make socks. It's called argyle, and it's a pattern of a diamond shape, and it's here's the vest. And I have several vests. I love them. I have a black, I have a brown, and I wear them at home a lot. Okay, I think I overdid. I overtalked. Thank you very much for everyone to be here. Thank you so much. Be well. I love you all, and I will see you next Wednesday. Thank you.